Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. We're back with the Bimblism is the channel. Please go and support him. About a year and a half ago, we did one of his videos on his Bimble through Leigh. Leigh. I always get confused on how to pronounce that, but boy, just recently, I don't know if it's because a lot of new people have come over to our family, or what. A lot of people said, "Hey, there's a second part to it out." It came out a little while ago, but okay. I had to kind of go back and just kind of watch the first one again. It was a long time ago. So interesting to see a little bit more about places I have no clue about, which is always wonderful. And I love Kieran's videos. So please go and support him. It's real important that you do. There'll be links to this video and to the channel so you can go and catch the first part of this, I guess. I don't know if they're meant to be together, but they're two separate. We don't know. We'll find out. But please get over there and support him. He's a wonderful person. So, and of course, has given us his blessing to watch and learn and see new and interesting things, right? I don't know much about this place other than the first video he did. And we're going to get a little bit more. I just love that he's on his bike. It's kind of harrowing watching him ride through traffic, even though it's sped up, of course, and it's not as harrowing as it looks as it's sped up. But you're kind of swaying with him and hoping he doesn't get hit by a car and so on and so forth. That's always fun. Plus, his music is really good. And he sells his music. I've bought his music, and I do listen to it. It's really, really good. So if you watch this video, you like the music, he has a link on his videos and his channels to buy and purchase his music. It's really good. So I encourage you to do that as well. So Big Fake Couch, we have Leo is over here, and Violet is on the couch as usual. And let's get into the second part of Leigh. Is it Leigh or Leigh? We're going to find out. It's very peaceful. Flash Nature Reserve. What's a Flash?
Good morning, Bimblers. And you join me at Pennington Flash. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done a video. We had all that snow, didn't we? Plus, I turned 40 years young, so we had to go to parties and stuff. And last weekend,
Happy belated
I was
birthday.
moving house. But we're back at it now. Back to the grindstone. And I thought this week, we should come back to Leigh. For Leigh too. So let's stop messing about. And let's bimble.
So it's Leigh. Okay. I'm close. I think I'm really close there. Happy birthday, buddy. That's good. 40 years young. Wow. He's just a young man. Like I said, if you like the music, one of the things I've noticed in these videos that he does is the biking walking, jogging, the trails, the paths through parks in these areas are so immense. There's just so much of it. Yeah, we have biking trails here, but I mean, just a lot of it is just in the street, or along the beach, which is always a nice one. Maybe I should do my own bimble of me down at the beach and videoing me riding down there. But it's wild that there's just so much space. It seems like.
Only this time, things to show me.
Is that a canal people can use? Yep, sure is.
To the way things were before.
Very cool.
Only this time, you would still see all that became attached from the way things were before. It just proves to me how it's meant to feel. We have motive, we have the time. We were meant to lead extraordinary lives. It changed with time. You still know me. I'm not sure we're still in Leigh, Bimblers. We might be in Wigan, but we're certainly adjacent to Leigh, in Bimble in distance. If Pennington Flash is the largest flash in the Wigan and Leigh area, Bickershaw Country Park makes up for it in numbers. They've got 3 flashes here. That's Neverson's Flash, Diggle Flash, and Fir Tree Flash, which I think is the flash behind me. If you don't know what a flash is, it's an unfortunate byproduct of coal mining. When they dig out all that coal from under the ground, it leaves great voids, and then the earth on top sinks into those voids. Then it fills up with rainwater. Rains quite a lot round here.
Okay, good. I'm glad he explained that. A flash is from mining, the hole that it leaves, earth goes in, then water fills on top. Interesting. Okay.
Bickershaw Country Park, where we are right now, used to be Bickershaw Colliery. The first shaft was dug in 1830 by a couple of fellas called Turner and Ackers. By the First World War, they had 5 shafts here. There would have been an old tramway that took the coal down to the Leeds-Liverpool Canal and out into the world, to Leeds and Liverpool, but also linking onto the Bridgewater Canal to take it into Manchester or through Warrington to Runcorn. They were digging something called the Pemberton 5 Feet, which is a coal seam that goes underneath Wigan and Leigh, and also Pemberton, hence the name. In 1946, Clement Attlee nationalised most of the coal mines, 200 of them, at a cost of £338 million.
Wow.
He formed the NCB, the National Coal Board. In 1973, Bickershaw Colliery teamed up with Goulburn Colliery and Parsonage Colliery to form a mega colliery with 7 miles of conveyor belts underneath the ground. Of course, by the early 90s, they were all closed.
Dang.
It was deemed by the government at the time not to be profitable. Much more profitable to have 600 men from the Bickershaw Colliery unemployed. And speaking of the unemployed, in 1972, a load of hippies descended on Bickershaw for the Bickershaw Rock and Pop Festival. That featured the Grateful Dead and Captain Beefheart and the Kinks and Cheech and Chong. My father-in-law went to it. Sure he wasn't unemployed. By all accounts, it rained all weekend. Bit like the Woodstock Festival, and just as disorganised. The fellas on the gates were reselling the tickets as they took them. So they couldn't actually control the amount of people that were coming in.
Oh no, that's
It was all
recipe for
organised
disaster.
by a businessman and another fella who worked on Wigan Market. And the fella who booked all the bands was Jeremy Beadle, You've Been Framed and Beatles About. Apparently he had a small hand in it.
No idea.
Sorry. By the end of the festival, they stopped trying to take the tickets, and all the people of Bickershaw descended to watch the Grateful Dead for free. It wasn't just my father-in-law that went to that festival, though. Apparently Joe Strummer from The Clash went there to watch Captain Beefheart. He said it was the best gig he ever watched. And a very young Elvis Costello, aged 18, he came to watch the Grateful Dead. He would have been living over in Birkenhead at the time, so semi-local. Anyway, let's bimble.
Wow. Interesting. Oh, those cars coming. Oh, jeez. Ride your bike at your own risk.
This is St. Peter's Church here in Leigh, and it was described by Nikolaus Pevsner as one of their most radical and thrilling churches. But who are they? That would be Edward Graham Paley and Hubert Austin, some of my favourites. It was all finished by 1881, and it took 2 years to build. It cost £7,000, which is about £700,000 today. But radical designs take time and money. It partners up with St Mary the Virgin's Church in Leigh Town Centre, which is also designed by Paley and Austin. Another right Bobby Dazzler.
Nice looking. Careful. Where is he going?
You might be wondering, Bimblers, are there any famous people from Leigh? Well, Pete Shelley from the Buzzcocks, he was from Leigh.
Okay.
And these days, you have the lottery winners. You all right, guys? But Leigh's original rocker
I don't know who
was
they
Georgie
are.
Fame. He was born at number 1 Cotton Street, which is where we are now. He was originally called Clive Powell, but a very famous impresario called Larry Parnes discovered him and changed his name to Georgie Fame. Larry Parnes changed all the names of his artists. According to my big book of Bimble, he changed Ronald Wycherley to Billy Fiore and Reginald Leonard Smith to Marty Wilde. So by extension, he gave Kim Wilde a name as well. Georgie Fame's big break came with his song Yeah Yeah. That's what I said yeah yeah. You know the one. But one of my favourite songs by him is from his album Going Home. It's called Sister Jane. That was wrote by a fella called Earl Oakin. He's not from Leigh, but I find him very entertaining. Anyway, let's bimble.
Oh, I love this song.
Big plans are easiest to make. Aim for the stars, it's yours, just wait.
Hey, oh, he must be walking then. He's not riding his bike over
It's those arms that told me I don't care if it's yours or mine.
It's really cool that you can just ride your bike
Waste of time.
next to the canal. Yeah, really nice.
Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. It could be ours. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you down. We'll soon get lost along the way. As sure as night designs
It just goes on forever.
as long as I'm alive.
Just so much space to ride.
It's my heart that told me I don't care, you just disagree. Without you it wasn't meant to be. You showed me from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. It could be yours. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you. Heart to hold you. I don't care, you can say what you like. I'm a peace-loving person, but I know I'm right. It's as easy as right.
The brick buildings,
I'm a
man.
lover, not a fighter, so I wrote this song. You showed me from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round.
Is he walking?
It could be yours. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you down from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. It could be yours. Big aspirations need a heart
Oh my gosh.
to
I thought he was getting hit.
down.
And so, Bimblers, we reach Journey's End. You might have noticed that I passed quite a few old mills on the way here. All very interesting in their own right, but I wanted to save up our talk about mills for this, Leigh Spinner's Mill. It was originally built in 1913 and extended in 1925, and it was built by the Horrocks family, who still own it to this day. In fact, they still make AstroTurf here in Mill 1 and Mill 2. It was designed by some clever chaps from Bolton called Bradshaw, Gas and Hope. We'll be talking about them in an upcoming Peaky Blinders bimble.
Well, we all know who's from Bolton, and I'm sure he's probably climbed that or repaired it at one point. Yes, you would think. Our good pal, Fred Dibna, the legend. You would think so. Awesome. I love the brickwork. A lot of this place shows. It's just something aesthetically pleasing.
We'll be talking about them in an upcoming Peaky Blinders bimble when I get round to it. But they built such iconic UK
Very cool.
buildings, according to my big book of Bimble, as the Grand Central Hall in Liverpool, the Manchester Stock Exchange, Stockport Central Library, and the Royal Exchange Theatre in Manchester. I've played in that. Well, in the cafe outside it. Leigh Spinners was really the last of its kind. We don't really make cotton here in the UK, so we don't build any cotton mills. But as I've said, it's still owned by the original family that had it built, the Horrocks family. And for us history buffs, they've got all of the original invoices, documentation, and the original blueprints. In fact, inside, they've got a heritage centre where you can go and see some of the artefacts from it. And inside, they've got a great big steam engine with two big pistons called Mayor and Mayoress. It was left to rust after they stopped making the cotton here, but they got a grant for £75,000 to fix it up a little bit. But apparently, they need another £500,000 to get it going again. You see, the bearings have gone from all the thousands of revolutions it must have done, making all the cotton, and from the decades that it was left to rust. It's a fascinating place. Plus, they've got a little bit of a cafe where you can sit down and have a chinwag. I've just been talking to some of my fans in there for about 45 minutes. On top of that, on one of the floors, they've got the Northwest Computer Museum. It's a one-stop shop for all your geeky needs. And as well as all of that, they've still got the old original lift, which you can still ride in, right up to the top, floor 5, and back down again.
Wow, all your geeky needs. The computer museum. Not sure if I'll end up going to that, but the whole thing is. I love his videos. They're just so quirky and informative. I mean, seeing some of the old mills. Yeah, we just watched. Yes, I did like that. Go support him, please. Please, please, please. It's real important that you do. Bimblism is the channel. Kieran is his name. Buy some of his music. It's really good. It's really good. Hope everybody is happy, healthy, and safe. Yeah, I wonder if Fred Dibna climbed that smokestack. I bet you he did. I mean, the odds are probably good. Yeah, we need to do a Fred Dibna video. We haven't done one in a long time. I saw so many way back when, but yeah, I like the idea of him doing a Peaky Blinders video. That's cool. Definitely need to check that out. Please go and support them if you feel the need. You can support us too with a like. That'd be great. I'm at 9,960 something. I'm very close to 10,000. That's wild. There'd be no way I would have thought. No way. That's crazy. So yeah, let's get us over 10,000. That'd be kind of interesting, huh? Yeah, that's weird. I love it. I love all of you. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate all of you. This has just been such an incredible journey. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. See ya. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark.